Uh,
All right, so we're going live now. We got our friends. There's Scott and Lisa's in the house. Yolanda and Nick. Carla's here. We got Lorraine up to get us kicked off with the breathing motto, everybody. But if you need to first, let's have a little sip of water. I got my invisible cup here, and look at this surfing picture behind me.
Ooh, it's a picture of a surfing.
Oh my gosh.
I
Yep.
love that background.
we
Neat.
can do a surfing workout today if you
Okay.
would like.
I can come up with a couple ideas for that. So,
Okay.
all right, Lorraine, let's go ahead and do the breathing motto when you're ready.
Okay. Okay. Breathe in the good. Breathe out the bad. Breathe in the happy. Breathe out the sad. Breathe in your best. Breathe out the worst. Breathe in your power. So you reach your goals first.
An incredible breathing
Get
motto.
ready now.
That was so good, everybody. Lorraine kicking us off with that super cool breathing motto. And like she noticed on the background here, I have a little bit of a surfer background going on. But like I was telling the group before we started, the surfer on this surfboard, he's about to experience a great big wipeout. Let me show you what I mean. So he's on top of this wave right here. And what's going to happen as this wave keeps going over is this guy, we call it going over the falls. And sometimes you go over the falls, and that's what's going to happen to him. When you're surfing and when you're out there in the ocean with me, or if you ever see some folks out there surfing, they're always going to want to be kind of right in this zone and kind of the powerful part of the wave that imagine if you were on a ramp and you were trying to be kind of in the middle of that ramp where you're going really fast, but the ramp keeps coming up and you keep going down, and it's a really neat experience. So again, we got a cool background. I just had a bite of a protein bar, and remember, anytime you're ever feeling a little bit of hunger, especially if it's during the day and you know you still have some activities to do, something you can do is to have a small snack. In this case, it was a protein bar, and I didn't even eat the whole thing. I just had about half of it. And remember, when you're getting that signal from your stomach and you're feeling hungry, a lot of times that doesn't mean that we need to eat a lot of food. Often, sometimes it just means we just need maybe a little bit of food. And then that's going to help us to not feel hungry, and we have energy stored in our body already, and we'll be able to use that energy to fuel our activities throughout the day. But we want to keep our stomach happy. Sometimes it means that we just want to or need to drink water and rehydrate our body. So let's have another sip of water, and then we're going to move our head and neck around, get our shoulders going. One of the things I'm going to do today is I'm going to do a few exercises using absolutely right there. Karen said it, quick on the go protein bar, and that's going to help keep you from, or protein smoothie, nice one, because that's going to help you from feeling so hungry. The thing we really don't want to do is be so hungry that then we're tempted to go for the fast food, and we're tempted to just go for the easy food, because the easy food and the fast food, that's the food that really slows us down and brings our metabolism down. It makes us feel, some people use the word sluggish, where it's just hard to kind of get our bodies going. And we don't want to feel that way. We want to feel like we're active, like we're ready to go. And if somebody goes and says, hey, you know what, you want to go do this fun thing, you're like, yeah, absolutely, I do. So what I'm going to use today, this is a yoga strap, everybody, and I'm going to use it in a couple different ways. This is one of our yoga straps. I think these are just like the ones we had at North Shores. You remember North Shores? These yoga straps can do you a lot of good. And I know at a couple of the different places that are watching right now, you would have access to some yoga straps like that. So you could get these, you could be working out with them every day. Every day you can do these exercises. Let's go ahead and what do we got? Fast food can make you feel tired in the chat room. Absolutely right. Fast food does make you feel tired. And a lot of times with fast food, it's so overly processed. And so what do I mean by processed? Well, if you took an apple off of a tree and you just had a bite of that apple, that would be kind of like an unprocessed apple. Nothing has happened to it. But imagine you're getting an apple that is in like a cereal bar, or maybe an apple cereal or something, or an apple fritter. All right. So a lot of times those apples, they've been taken from the tree, and instead of being just left alone, they put them through a process. Sometimes they cook them up. Sometimes they add sugars and things like that to it to make it sweeter and to make it so it'll last a long time on the shelf. Because how long do apples last on the shelf? Not very long, right? Maybe a week or so. You put out some apples at the grocery store. But how long are those apple fritters staying on the? Well, they might be in there in their little packaging. And so again, that would be a processed food. So you want to always think about, you want to stay away from as much of that processed food and the quick food. And a lot of the food at the fast food restaurants, they're not cooking that up. It's already been processed and frozen, and it's made in a way to where it's all about the speed. They want to get you through the line, and that can sometimes come at a cost of quality food. So try to make your own food choices. If you're able to, make your own food choices and try to pick foods that are as close to how they were created as possible. All right, let's get our head and neck moving around. And let's go ahead. We're going to spell something out. We're just talking about, we're going to spell out nutrition. So we're going to do nutrition with our head and neck. So let's think about getting our body nice and strong. I'm going to move back here just a little bit more. First letter we got is the letter N. So let's go ahead and start it down. So here we go. So we're going up. We're going diagonal down, and then we're going up again. Let's bring it on back down. We'll go diagonal up and then bring it on down. Excellent. Let's go for the letter U. So new. So we're going to go all the way down. We're going to go across the bottom and then all the way up on the other side, like I'm looking up at my ceiling or up into outer space. Going down, going up, bringing it up, and we're there. How come when it's the daytime, nobody says they're looking up into space? Because we are, right? Right? All right, let's go ahead, and we got the letter T. So I'm going to start with the up and down, and then I'm going to do the across. So I'm going to go down, up, and then I'm going to go over and over. All right, new tri. So we have a T-R-I. So we're going to go with another T. Oh, we have the T. So we have the R. So we're going down on one side, up, going around for the letter P. And then down with the R. So the R adds that little line there. Up, around, and down. All right, the letter I. So let's do just a up and down for the letter I. So we'll go 4 times. So we're going to go up or down, and then up, down, and up. And then shun. In this case, it's a T-I-O-N. So we have another T. So we're going to go down and up, and then across the top, back across the top, and then down and up. The letter I, again, another letter I. So a lot of straight lines in this word, going up and down. All right, let's go for the letter O. So we're just going to make a nice circle, like we're looking at a great big, like we're maybe a giant, and we're looking at a Ferris wheel, or maybe we're really small and we're looking up at a Ferris wheel. And then the last one is an N. So we're going to start down below, Up here again with the same thing we started with. Down, diagonal down and up. And then again, down, diagonal up and down. Nice job. All right, let's do one more for the head and neck. I just noticed a little window issue over here I'm gonna have to fix. So for the head and neck, let's do what we've been doing. I really like how this one's been working for us. So we're gonna go with turtleneck, giraffe neck, ear lift, and then that'll be it. Let's do that 3 times so we have those moves locked in. So remember, our body is going to be nice and still. We're going to go back, turtleneck, going back this way, going forward, giraffe neck out, and then we're going to go ear lift, bringing that ear up, stretching the side of our neck, maybe even bringing our shoulder down. And then I'm going to bring my head into the middle for a moment, and then I'm going to go up with the other ear lift. And you could see that one. I did a good lift on that one. That went up nice, shoulders down, back into the middle. All right, let's try it again. So let's go turtleneck. There we go, holding it in. 3, 2, 1, going out, giraffe neck. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go up with the ear lift. Ears going up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And in the middle, and then the other ear lift, holding it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job, everybody. Carla was asking how's Sophia doing, and you know what? I don't know. She's not here right now. I don't know. They're at the library though, so you know what? I bet she's doing pretty good. But remember, when you don't know the answer to something, I could have answered Carla by just being like, "Hey, Carla," and she would have known what I was talking about. You know what I mean? And you might be like, and then I'd have to explain some more. But that's the idea about sometimes body language. In the most classic body language is that shoulder shrug where we're just kind of like, I don't know. And that's actually a trapezius lift. So that's getting muscles that are connecting our upper back. So those muscles are up there. They're connected to our neck. And this is their job. Their job is to stabilize, move things around, provide strength when needed to be. Let's go ahead and go up and down. Let's get about 5 more in like this. Going 5. There we go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. What about moving them down? We haven't really done that. We do it with the ear lift, but what about if I'm just in my position here and I bring them down? Are you able to kind of, can you see my shoulder? They're moving down. So this is kind of my normal spot, but then look, I can move. You have to look real closely, trying to move it down. I'm going to hold it down. And do you feel muscles kind of in your armpits even maybe firing up? Again, you're almost kind of doing an armpit squeeze. Bringing them up, bringing them down, bringing them, shake it out, get relaxed, down. Oh, look at that. So everybody remember, we're going to have a position where our muscles in the tension, where they've kind of feel like they've got a handle on things. Sometimes that might not be great. Sometimes I might have a situation to where maybe I have a shoulder where my trapezius might be up high and this one's maybe in the neutral position. This could cause some uncomfortableness. This could cause pain, maybe even give me headaches, and it could do what would consider like it called an impingement, to where now my arm isn't able to operate as it would if the trapezius would just kind of be relaxed. So we want to think about these trapezius. We want to stretch them out. We want to move them around. Let's go ahead and do some circles with them.
Goes down. Carry up on right now.
Who?
Carry.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. I'm gonna set her up. Nice. We also got this.
Yeah.
Evan's in the house. Byron's in the house. Carl's in the house. Marilyn. We got it going on. Nice. We got a good group today. So again, moving those shoulders around just a little bit. Let's take it from our shoulders and then let's take it into our elbows. Let's go elbows up and then elbows back. So let's just work on. And now when I say elbows up, what are we actually really working out here? Our shoulders. You know, anytime we're using our arm, we're using our shoulders. And so we want to make sure that we're taking care of them. You can see I got my elbows behind my body, bringing my elbows up in front of my body, going back and forward, back and forward. Let's do 2 more of these, and then we're going to go kind of front and back. So front and then back. And so we're just bringing them together in front of my body and then bringing them back to the side. So almost like we're opening a book or like opening a secret door, like what's inside, like that. front and back. Let's go for about 5 more of these and back. Nice job, everybody. I can see. There you go, Evan. You're doing great, man. Keep it going. Let's go 3 more. Front. And you don't have to have your arms touch it. It's really about the shoulder. If you think about what you're doing with your shoulder right now, you're getting so much movement in your shoulder. Again, that's important. If we have any kind of area in our shoulder where we start to limit our movement, that's going to affect the entire arm, everything down. And so taking care of our shoulders, having good, healthy shoulders is super important. Let's have a sip of water because I know Carla's probably about to remind us. Got my invisible cup. Let's work on a couple more maybe for the shoulders. I'm going to do one that this one might be a little challenging, but it's also kind of something like what Nick's done. We won't make it too challenging. Not Nick will make it hard in this. So what we're going to do is we're going to have one arm going forwards and then one arm going out to the side. We're just going to kind of switch these out. So I have one arm, and you can start like this with one arm at a time, just going forwards and backwards. Just get one arm going forwards and backwards. There we go. So I'm just reaching out. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to at the same time. So my brain's going to have a little bit of a good chance with this. I'm going to also then reach out to the side. So I'm reaching out to the side and I'm reaching forwards and backwards. If I stand over here, I can reach all the way out. So out to the side, forwards and backwards. And it's kind of a brain teaser. You're going to want to maybe reach your arm out in front off to the side, or maybe reach your arm off to the side out in front, but just try to keep it going. One forward and then one to the side. There you can kind of see that's me sideways on the camera. Let's go ahead and switch it up. And you feel there's going to be a lot of activity. So let's get it going here with the shoulder from the trapezius, also in the rhomboids in the back, in our upper back. So I'm getting this arm ready. I'm getting ready to go for it. Here we go. I'm going to go out to the side, in and out, in and out. All right, and I'm doing this one pretty good, actually. I got a good feeling for it, bringing them in. You can see I got them both in, bringing them out, bringing them in. Absolutely. You know it. This is good for all the muscles in our body. Bringing it out, bringing it in. Let's go 2 more. Bringing it out. This one's tough. Bringing it in, bringing it out. All right, now let's go ahead and we're going to try this out to where we're going to go 1 in, 1 out. So we're going to alternate. So this is going to where it gets a little bit trickier. This is kind of like some Nick stuff here. So one arm's out, one arm's in. You see that? One arm's in. This arm's going to go to the side. This arm's going to come in. And this is going to be a brain twister. But once you get the pattern, it should work out pretty good. So this arm's out, this arm's in. Here we go, out and in. Just like that. And you have to think about it a little bit. I'm going to think about it for a second. And I'm going to try to do a really good job. And I think I am. I'm going straight forward, straight out to the side. Even though it's happening at the same time in different directions, I'm able to concentrate and get that off. Now, you might have to concentrate like me. You might not. This might be easy for you. But for me, I have to think about what I'm doing. Let's go 1 more, or maybe 2 more. That sounds better. And 2. All right. Let's switch it up. So now I'm going to start off the opposite. I'm going to start off with the hand that's going forward is in, and then my arm's out to the side. This is where I got to beat it. I'm actually poking my green screen right here. I'm poking the green screen. Oh, and there's a golden cat that just walked through my garden. A golden cat with a fluffy tail. It's like
Hold on. Nick would ask me if something is good for you. I reply, I believe making your own is better because something is added sugar. Am I right? Right?
Absolutely. And so what Karen's talking about, and what Nick had a question in here earlier about the fast food and talking about pre-cooked fast food. And then Nick was also asking about a juice place. So, there's some of those places out there that sell juices where you can get like a smoothie. Has anybody ever been to like a smoothie shop? I've been to a smoothie shop before. And if you go to the smoothie shop, there's going to be options there. That's one good thing about the smoothie shops. Karen's right. Whereas if you can make your own smoothie, not only is it going to be more affordable, but you'll actually probably get more too. So if you imagine, if I got this, you can't even see it, is my cup. But if I had a cup about that big, that's maybe 24 ounces of smoothie. That's going to cost probably $10 at a smoothies place. I haven't been in a while, but probably about $10. If you went to the grocery store and you spent $10 on some fruits and some vegetables, and you put them in a blender and you throw some ice cubes in that blender, and you hold down the top, because you don't want it shooting out everywhere. So, and then you're probably going to have more than 24 ounces. You might even have enough for 2 to 3 smoothies. Maybe if you're with your family, everybody could now have a smoothie for the same price as it would have been one smoothie at one of those juice places. Now, if you do go to a juice place, if you look at the menu, you're going to see there are a couple options. There's a few that are going to be healthier than the rest. And you could even ask the person working there, you could say, which smoothie is the best for you? And they're going to know what you mean. But some of those smoothies they can do is they can add protein, so they can make it a protein smoothie for you. And some of the smoothies won't have as much added sugar. And Karen's right on the money with that. Everybody, sugar's good. Sugar's a thing, but added sugar that's extra sugar, is generally not a good thing. It's done to make food taste sweeter and to make it last longer in some cases with the preservatives. And so when you're eating food, you want it to be just what it is. And we don't want people adding more and more and more stuff to the food. And sometimes with some of those juice places, that can happen. You can we're getting to make your own orange juice. Has anybody ever done that before? Has anybody ever got like, yeah, Evan has, you got a bunch of oranges and you squish them on I don't even know what it's called, orange juice squisher, and you squish them and then you kind of like turn them. And I've seen people do that with grapefruit. Anybody ever made grapefruit juice before? Evan too. Evan might be your juice man. He might know about some of the best smoothies in the house. He's like, yep, he's got my smoothie game down. Nice. Again, great questions. Always bring them up in the chat room. I like talking about things like this because even though we're not exercising at the moment, this is all about fitness. It all comes together. And if it helps you with making your decisions when you're out there making decisions, then that's a good thing. It's like an extension of our workout. I wouldn't want us to do a great workout and then all go out and blow it on fast food and sugary drinks. And if we're not thinking about it, that's something that could happen. But if we're thinking about it, there's less chance it is going to happen. Speaking of thinking about, now we got to get back into rhythm. Let's see if we can do it. I'm going out and in. So I got to get my situation here where this arm's going in and out. This arm's going forward and backward. I feel my arms are ready for this though. Do y'all feel that too? I feel ready. I feel like I can do this. So this arm's in, this arm's out. And here we go. I like it. We're getting in there. She's saying Sprouts. That's right. Sprouts is a grocery store. And they also, so we got one forward and then one out, and we're going at the same time. We're doing, again, the reciprocal of this. There are some grocery stores that make juices too. And I'll show y'all something here in a minute. I'm going to go get it. Let's go 5 more of these. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, something really neat just happened to me on that exercise there, whereas even though we had that break talking about smoothies, my mind was still very alert to the movement. And I was able to get the pattern down. And I'll tell you what, I was actually able to think less about doing it. And I was still doing a good job with it. So I was pretty happy with that. Let's go ahead and let's keep into our arms. Let's just go ahead and get our wrist kind of circling around. We're going to go wrist, elbows, and shoulders. And so we can do the wrist circles. Again, we got multiple directions to go. You can go slow. You can do a slow wrist circle. If you're doing a slow wrist circle, think about your wrist. Maybe look at it. If you can see it, look at it. Watch it moving. See the different areas that are kind of lifting up. And sometimes I had a bump on my wrist for years. I still have a spot where that used to be. I can see that. Look at the wrist from all directions. You want to pay attention to how your wrist is moving. And then when you do that, you might actually find, just when you look at it, you might find that you have a different connection with it. Let's go ahead and go into the elbows. So we're going to go with Coach Marty style elbow circles to where we're moving our arms at the elbow here. So my wrist is kind of locked in and I'm moving my arm. If you need to hold your arm steady, that's fine. You can hold that other arm steady. This would be like a good way to do it, just holding it here. And then from there, if I'm holding this arm steady, I'm just moving this one around. And again, this is at the elbow. Now, if you're holding your arm steady, you're also going to be feeling your triceps and your biceps. So the triceps and the biceps are going to be flexing. There you go, Carl. You got it. Triceps and the biceps will be flexing. And you're going to feel those muscles as you move that arm around. Nice job. Switch up if you need to switch up. And I felt that was kind of different on this arm. When I switched arms, it felt a little like I had to kind of relearn the movement pattern. My watch is trying to disappear. But again, you're feeling your triceps and biceps. Those are the muscles responsible for bending our elbow and for helping our elbow and our hand to act the way they do. When our elbow bends, our hand's going to do what? It's going to come closer to our body. And when our elbow extends, where's our hand go? It goes further away from your body. Try to extend your elbow. So have your arm out and see how close you can get it to your body. The only way you can do that is by what? Using your rhomboids, but not very close. Now extend your elbow, flex your elbow, see how close you can get your hand to your body. I can touch my body because my elbow, because of my biceps and my triceps, they allow it. They're the mechanisms that are working on that lower arm to decide how close is this hand going to get to be to my body. And where are we the strongest? Everybody knows this. Where can we hold the most for the longest amount of time? Just like a baby, up against our chest. Holding things close to our body is where we are our strongest. Every single one of you. If you have to do something that's heavy, you want it to be close to you because that's where you're going to be super strong. I learned that every day because little baby Sophia is 32. She's probably 33 pounds. 33 pounds. 33 pounds. That's how much she weighs. And she wants to be picked up still a lot. She's a big baby. All right, everybody. We're on a roll. We got a good exercise routine going on today. Let's go ahead and just to round it out, let's go into some arm circles. Just classic arm circles. You don't have to think too much about them. Just move those arms around. We're going to go for about 15 of these. We're just moving them around, and then we're going to kind of go into the core. We're going to get our core moving and grooving. And then I'm going to grab my band. I'm going to do some exercises with the band here really soon. And if you don't have a band like I do, a rope, or this is like a big belt, you could use an exercise towel if you had an exercise towel. All right, nice. Wow. Did you feel that even just a little bit? It kind of gets those muscles fired up. Now I feel that I'm definitely connected with my neck. I'm definitely connected with my shoulders, and I'm definitely connected with my arms. I can feel the connection. It feels different to me. And that's what's really cool. And so maybe my mom can put that in she can send you a private message, Carla, with what my address is. But again, I feel that connection with my body. Let's try to get it in the fingertips. Let's go with the fingertips too. If we have our fingers, let's try to move them and just again, we have a couple different ways. So this would be kind of wiggling our fingers here, again, kind of at the hand. at the top of the hand there. And then we also have where we're playing the piano. So now all my fingers are going to be kind of bent, and I'm going to be like I'm playing the piano and I'm pushing down on the keys. And so we can do a couple of those. Nice. All right. Good stuff. Let's apply pressure one time. Let's go just across the hand and back again. Let's give a squeeze of 5 on each digit. So we got index finger and thumb going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go middle finger and thumb. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ring finger and thumb. Go in a squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then the pinky and the thumb going 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. So remember, when we're putting pressure and we're doing squeezes, that can be, in some cases, everybody, that can be one of our most important exercises, because everything you do with your arm, from your shoulder, trapezius, deltoids, the rhomboids, our armpits, we're going to squeeze them in a second, all the way down. If we can't apply pressure, then we're not going to be able to move things. We're not going to be able to handle objects in a safe manner, or in a way to where it's not going to be beneficial to what we're doing. And just in any situation, if I wanted my sunglasses, I have to apply pressure. If I'm putting on my sunglasses, I'm applying pressure. If I'm picking up my water cup, I'm applying pressure. My thumb and my fingers, even though they're not touching, they're squeezing a little bit, and that's going to change up for all kinds of different things. Sometimes you have to apply more pressure, and sometimes you can apply just a little bit of pressure, but it always is coming down to that pressure, and you're generating that by your muscles and through your mind. So it's something we can train. Let's go ahead and go do an armpit squeeze. Then let's go into a ball. Then let's go into a star. Then let's go into I'm coming up with it like Nick, and then a double teacup. Oh, that's what we're going to do. What do you like that one, Nick? You want to try it with me? All right, let's bring Nick up on here, everybody. So we're going to go armpit squeeze. Then we're going to go, then let's do a core squeeze, armpit squeeze, core squeeze. Then we're going to go into a ball, then a star, then a double teacup. All right, everybody, here we go. Nick's going to do it with me. We're going 5 times, and we're going to start off with armpit squeeze. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Core squeeze first. Core squeeze. 5, 4, squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Ball, we're going to get low. 5, 4, we're small. 3, 2, 1. And then we're going star. We're going as big as possible. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we got double teacup. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then back into armpit squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Core squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Into a ball. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Into a star. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 teacups. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I like doing the teacup from the star. I think that's fun. Here we go. Let's get an armpit squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Core squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Getting small. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Getting big. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Teacups. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go one more time. Oh, I'm feeling this in my core. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Getting small. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Going big. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 teacups. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One day I'm going to take a spam call when we're live, and we're all just gonna talk to them. I'm gonna let everybody unmute. We're all gonna maybe try to get them to work out. Wouldn't that be something? Somebody calls me up trying to get me to give them some information, and we get them exercising. Let's have a sip of water, everybody. Then the breath hold is.
That would be cool.
Wouldn't that be neat? Spam caller calls up. Next thing you know, they're joining us. They're on the workout and they're exercising with us. So we're going to do a breath hold, everybody. But let's do a breath hold after an activity. Those are always a good challenge. We're going to change it up though to where we're going to get our heart rate going, and then we're going to do 5 deep breaths. And when we do those 5, we got to think. Relax mind, relax body, relax heart rate, relax lungs, even though they'll be working. We want our body to relax, because when we're relaxed during that breath hold, that's when we're going to have the best chance of making it the whole time. And we're going to go for 30 seconds, 30-second breath hold following activity. And what'd you say, Nick? You want to do 35? You want to do jumping jacks? So we're going to do jumping jacks, or you can do a squat jack. So Nick wants to go jumping jacks, squats, and then I'm also thinking high knee tap. Yep, that's going to be it. So we're going to do those, and we're going to do each one for 20 squats. That's right. So we're going to do each one for 20 jacks, 20 squats, 20 high knee taps. We're going to follow that up with a breath hold. We're still doing good on time. I got my watch today. All right, here we go, everybody. You heard it. If you need a sip of water, hurry up and take one. All right. Counting it down from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. 20 jacks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look, my arms disappear. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Go, Nick. 19, 20. Now 20 squats. Here we go. If you're in a seated position, we're going to do elbows to quadriceps. So elbows to quadriceps. 1, 2. I'm going to do the same thing. 3. Stick out your butt. 4. If you're standing up. 5. If you're sitting down. 6. Try to get your elbow. 7. To touch the top of your leg. 8. 9. 10. 10 more. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. Ooh, and 20. If you're feeling the burn, remember that's your quadriceps. That's a big group of muscles here on the top of your leg. High knee, high elbow tap in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1. We got 20 to go. Then we get to that breath hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There you go, Nick. I'm counting off of you. 8, 9, 10. We got 10 more. 11, 12. Nice, Nick. Get that rhythm. 13. There you go. He got that one, I think. 14. Keep it going, Nick. Keep the confidence up. 15. 16. Nah, that was sweet. 17. 18. Oh, my gosh. 19. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? And 20. Nick, you're getting fast, man. You're getting faster. Look at the smile. I already know the answer to my question. Nick, are you feeling a difference in that? Yes, he is. I can tell, everybody. Let's give Nick a round of applause for that. Let's get ready for our breath hold. Let's go to 5 deep breaths. Here we go. Relaxing our mind and body. We're going to breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Tell yourself to relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now hold. Breathe in. And relax. Woo! I was getting worried there, everybody. I think Nick did an extra 5. I was thinking around 20 seconds. I'm like, oh my gosh, I really want to breathe. So think about that. And this is something to consider, is that remember, when we're doing cardiovascular exercise, that's not just our heart, but it's also our lungs. And it's not just about getting oxygen in. It's about getting carbon dioxide out of our body. Now, when you're working out and you're doing exercises, especially like that high knee tap and those squats, you're building up carbon dioxide as a waste product from all the work that the muscles are doing. And so we got to get that out, and it's in the bloodstream, and we breathe it out. And it's also where we lose fat. When the fat, where does it go? It goes as carbon dioxide. And so imagine if you wanted, I know Nick, he's been losing a lot of weight. He told us the other day, I think it was 8 pounds. Yeah. So where did that go? And where it went was Nick, he exhaled it. And it's not all at once. It's over thousands and thousands and thousands of hard work breaths that Nick has put in. And now that fat has gone. His body's like, we don't need this anymore. And the body will do that. It will help itself to kind of find a nice level of sustainability. And sometimes you might want to change that. So again, just like Nick, hard work, practice, and those high knee taps, everybody. Oh my gosh. I can already see the day, Nick, where you're getting 20. You're getting all 20. Just like me. You're getting them all. I absolutely know it's going to happen. I can tell just by seeing what I saw today. Does everybody else agrees, right? After what we saw, it doesn't matter how long it takes. It is all about the practice, the consistency, and Nick, you're just doing an incredible job with practicing. All right, let's go ahead. If we have a band or a towel or a rope, anything like that, let's go ahead and grab it. That'll work too, Nick. The idea with this, and this is going to be kind of neat in some ways, is similar to like Carla when she has the hula hoop. With these bands, you have a buckle on them, and you can pull on it. You can make them different lengths. You can have a loop. You can see this is like a big loop right here, where I have a loop around my band. But we're not going to need necessarily the loop today. And even if the band is like really long, if it's too long, you might be able to fold it in half. So I could fold it in half and have a shorter band. Also, if it's too long, if I'm able to, I can take the band and I can wrap it around my hands a couple times. Now, what's neat about wrapping it around my hand is now I don't have to grip it the same. I can do this with the other side too, where I can just kind of wrap it around my hands. And here we can see that again. Now I barely even have to hold on to it, and I'd be able to do the exercises that we're going to do today. So let's go ahead. I'm going to get this set up. Neat. There we go. So I'm just kind of setting this up. So what I want to have is to where the band is kind of being pulled apart. It's not loose. It's kind of tight. And I want to just keep it tight. I want to keep it to where it doesn't get loose. Now, again, I just have the band just kind of wrapped around my hands for this. And with this one, what I want us to do is I want us to do a low to high kind of twist move. So you can see I'm back here, I have my hands on the band. I'm pulling on it at the same time that I'm moving my body. So we're just kind of going side to side, just like that. And it's not the draw the sword. Remember, the draw the sword was this one. It's not a draw the sword. It's more of a sweeping, kind of a swinging motion to where my left hand is over here on my right side by my pocket. And now my left hand is up here in the air over my head, up here above the sun. And so we're just kind of sweeping it back and forth, but I'm holding tension on the band. So I'm still pulling on it. It's not getting closer and then going apart. It's the same tightness all the way through. Let's do 2 more of these and then we'll switch. So there's 1 and 2. So again, I'm feeling this in my shoulders. I'm also feeling this throughout my core. So again, I have my band pulled tight, and I could even make it shorter. It doesn't have to be super big of a band. It's all about just keeping it the same. Keep it where it is. So in my case, I have the band here, not here, but here. And I'm going to go down and up, down and up. This one's almost kind of like a lumberjack type move. Also like kind of like a paddle boarding. So now what I have to practice on with this one is keeping my arms at the tension that they're at. So let's go ahead and do about 5 more. 5. This one's kind of tough. 4. There you go, Carl. Nice job. 3. There you go. 2. Good job, Nick. And 1. Nice. Nick, you know what? I'll tell you, at the end there, you were looking really good on that. You had your tension held, and you were really kind of free flowing with your arms. Did you feel like that? Like you had some nice, like they're just kind of swinging. And, you know, with Nick, one of those things we want to work on is we want to work on that swinging motion, that relaxed state where a muscle is still working, but it's working just such a little bit just to kind of get the motion going. Okay, the next one we're going to do with our band. So again, I'm going to hold it differently this time. This time, I'm going to bunch it up into kind of like something to hold on to. So this is where the buckle is. So I'm going to hold that in this hand. And on this hand, I'm also just going to kind of bunch it up. And I'm holding it now in the hand. I can even hold it. That's kind of neat. I can hold it like between the fingers. And so again, I'm kind of pulling on this. I'm going to hold it steady. And what we're going to do, let's start with an easy one. And let's just work on going side to side. This is also where like the typewriter exercise comes in. Nice. So side to side. And you could even be doing this like with an exercise stick, except you wouldn't be pulling on the stick. The stick's already in that position. And so what you want to think about, again, doing there is maybe trying to pretend like you're pulling the stick apart. All right, so this is our side-to-side twist. Again, very similar to the typewriter. Remember, let's do a couple typewriters just to get that into our memory too. So with the typewriter, I'm pulling on the band, but I'm not letting it get slack at all. So when I'm pulling here, I'm pulling, even though my arm's moving this way, I'm still pulling this way just a little bit. Pulling and pulling, but the other arm's pulling harder. Side to side. Nice. Carla, really good at typewriter also. She does with that hula hoop quite a bit. Now the one that I wanted to do. So look what I, right when I relaxed, the band just gets relaxed. Because when I wasn't, that means my muscles, they were firing up. They were keeping the tension. All right, the next one we're going to do is going to be the infinity. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go over to one side, and then we're going to switch top and bottom. Come over to this side and switch top and bottom. But you have to keep the band stretched. So see, you can see here, the band is stretched for me. And then as I bring it around, I'm still keeping it stretched. So here's the band going around my body, and I have the stretch on it. I'm pulling it. And this one, I like to call this one the kind of the infinity symbol. That's what it kind of looks like in a way, where they're switching top and bottom. We also do this one with a great big ball of energy. So if you don't have a band, I'm going to drop mine, but if you don't have a band, you could do ball of energy, where you could pretend that the ball doesn't get any smaller or larger when you flip it around. So you're having to keep that constant tension on it. Here we go. Let's go 5 more. I'm going to do pretend. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. One more I want to do at the band in this workout, and then we'll go maybe bring up a leader before we got to go. One that I like to do is the lasso. So if you have a band, you can create kind of a circle with it. And then with the lasso, you're just trying to get it spinning around. I got to hold this whole, I want it to be in the picture. I don't have full frame here. So with the lasso, let's see if this will get it. So I'm going to hold the band up here. Let me hold on to this part, a little bit of extra. And I just want to get it spinning around. And there you go. You can see the lasso, how that lasso is kind of spinning itself around right there. And with this, I just want to keep spinning it around. And look again, this is it. My elbow, my wrist, my shoulder are having to do this. This is kind of like a witch's pot. It's tough, everybody. It's tough to get it going. Let's go 5 more seconds and then we'll switch sides. I'll see if I can get it with my other side. But I'm having to kind of stir it up and get that lasso spinning around. 3, 2, and 1. Wow. That's a tough exercise. It doesn't seem like it would be, but it is. And one of it is, first you have to generate so you got to hold it straight down, Nick. So it's going to let it hang down. And then just start spinning your wrist. Don't worry about the band. Just think about just getting that wrist moving around and around. And then you just got to keep going with it. And then all of a sudden you're going to catch the right motion. And there you go. There, I got it. Oh, there we go. And oh my gosh, look at how much I had to concentrate. And I still don't have it as good as I did. There we go. This is the other side. I'm thinking about it too much now. I'm thinking about it too much. I just want to spin it around. There we go. Spinning it. This is tough, everybody. Let's try to go for 5. I'm going to keep going for 5, even though I'm struggling. Here we go. 5, 4. Oh, I'm not getting it good. 3, 2, and 1. Oh, wow. Now, everybody, I did not do as good with my left arm as I did with my right arm. But I'm not going to be discouraged by that. What's great is all those little movements that I got in, all of that time that I was spending with my mind, really, really, really trying to get my left arm to do something similar to what my right arm had done. That's a great level of concentration. It's really neat. Look, my band got twisted up. That was part of the reason that it made it tough. We got a water break coming up. Do you like that one, Nick? The lasso? So now imagine like cowboys when they're doing their lasso and they get that lasso going and they're moving it all around in the air, lassoing over their head. And they might have like maybe a cow got off the range and it's running away. It's scared. There's some guys on horses chasing me and I'm a cow. I got to get away from these guys. And those guys are like, cow, you need to come home. And they use the lasso to catch them. That's some pretty incredible stuff. And again, it's a lot of coordination with the shoulder, the elbow, the wrist, the hand, and the mind. It's having to really concentrate on that kind of stuff. What you got there, Nick? You got a sandbag? You want to do a sandbag combo flow? You want to lead it or you want me to? We got a few minutes.
They bring the Byron, please.
You want to bring up Byron?
Yeah.
How about all 3 of us do sandbag? Everybody can like we do martial arts, but we can all just do different sandbag stuff, things like that.
Yeah.
So we got Byron up in the house, Nick's up in the house. I don't have a sandbag, but I do have the same thing I had on Monday. This little moo cow. I don't know how he made it this long. Sophia moves everything around. And so I'm going to start off like Byron, but then I'm going to kind of do my own thing. And then Nick, you can also do your own thing. Byron, you can do your own thing. You don't have to do what I'm doing. And this is going to be kind of neat. So we're doing sandbag, triple combo here. Oh, I already dropped my sandbag. Look at that. And this little stuffed animal does have like some little beans or something in there. So Nick's going up on his shoulder. He's starting off with a balance position. And you can see Byron, he's going with the quick hand, doing the side to side, the right, the left, the right, the left, the right, the left. And Nick's up here on his shoulder. He's doing a shoulder lock. Oh my gosh. And look at Nick's balance. He is locked in. Drop it off the shoulder. Catch it with your hand. Byron's going and matching him. Byron's got the shoulder shoulder balance there too. And sometimes you can see your body's going to kind of make some moves to try to lock in that balance. And that's just what it's going to do. Now, if we were balancing up on our head, I got the cow on my head. And again, if I move around too much, this cow might fall down. Oh, just like that. But again, if I go ahead and be still, breathe, relax, engage my core muscles right here, I can move my arms as long as I don't move too much up in the top, right? I can move my arms using my biceps and my triceps because they're not really connected to my neck. But what muscle is connected to my neck? My shoulders and my trapezius. And look, when I start to move my shoulder trapezius around, it makes the object on top of my head feel more unstable. So Byron's got that going. I'm going to do this one. What about this one, guys? Haven't seen this one yet. High knee under the leg. So you can lean down, do a high knee, go under that knee. There you go, Nick. Nice job. Bringing the high knee up. Nice, nice. Going up. So I'm going behind my knee as I lift my leg up, going around my back. I can go around my head. Byron's going around his back. Nick's going around his head. Byron's going up on his shoulder. I'm gonna try out a new one too. Let's see what else can we do. Ooh, I got a neat one right here. This one you might need to use the wall or something for, but I'm gonna balance on my knee. Oh, this is tough. Oh, come on, little cow. Here, I'm gonna let him face you all. Maybe that's the trick. Oh, the cow wants to fall down. He doesn't like sitting up. Oh, there we go. I got him up. Oh, he went down. Let me try the other knee. Again, everybody, when you're working out with a sandbag, you can have fun with it. Look at Byron. Byron's doing the behind the back, the ones and the twos, passing left hand, right hand. Nick's got his balancing move going on. I'm balancing a little cow on my knee. Oh, there it is. Oh, he dropped it again. This is tough. Let's see if I can get him on there for 5 seconds. Nick's still going. Nick's going for a head balance. 5 seconds. Byron's doing low. Byron's going head balance too. Here's 5, 4. Oh, I can't do it. Come on. I can do it. Here we go. 5, 4. Oh, I brought my knee down. That's a challenge right there, everybody. Oh my gosh. Let's see if I can get one more in. I'm going to do clap and catch. Clap and catch right here. Maybe clap behind my back. Try to catch. Clap and catch. This would also be something you could do if you were throwing to somebody. If you had somebody you're working with, you could be throwing this to them and they could throw it to you, maybe add in a clap in between just to kind of, again, working on that coordination, working on our reaction time, working on our speed of our hands. We want to have all that going for us. Clap behind my head, clap in front, clap behind my back, clapping under my knee. All kind of, let's see if I can do a spin. Oh, I dropped the baby. All right. These guys doing a great job. Nick's throwing it. Nick, that's some good throws right there. Byron's got some good throws. Let's bring it on home, fellas. What a great job from these two guys. Again, I love Byron's shirt right there. It says choose happy. I like Nick's shirt too because it says true fit. Great job, both of you guys. What an excellent job from Nick. Again, getting creative. Byron getting creative. These guys are just, again, every time they join us, are showing us not only their ideas, but showing us their progress. They're showing us how they've been improving. And again, Nick today really stood out with that move where he's been working on the knee elbow tap. And I think if you're on YouTube, you can go back and you can find, I think there might have been 3 or 4. I mean, it was so close, if not, he got it. Let's see, let's check in. Karen, did you have anybody to do the motto? If not, maybe we can have Nick do it. He did a stellar job with the workout today, joining me up in this.
Do you ever throw one in mine? Or
I was thinking Byron and Nick, like last time. They did a very good job.
Let's do it. Byron, we're going to bring you back up, it sounds like. Carrie's making an executive decision here. We're going to have Byron and Nick. We're going to have Nick starting us off. Byron, you're going to be taking that second line. And so Nick will have the first line. We call this 1s and 2s. And remember, everybody, we're breathing in the oxygen. We're breathing out the carbon dioxide. And Nick, go ahead. Kick us off.
And Bye, buddy, doing one and breathe in the dirt.
Breathe out the bag.
Breathe in happy.
Breathe out the sand.
Breathe in your bed.
Breathe
The worst.
the worst.
And breathe in your bowl.
And reach your goals first.
Yeah,
Oh,
Bowen.
Again, everybody, what a wonderful example, these guys. If you practice something, if you keep practicing something that is important to you, you will get good at it. It is absolutely true, but it has to matter to you, and you have to practice. And we have a great team here, everybody. Great job with your Wednesday workout. We're going to do it again Friday at 11. That's going to give us 3 hours this week, and every week we're getting our fitness in. So again, great job, everybody who was on here. Carl, Evan, great job. Scott and Lisa, Yolanda, Carrie, S22, everybody, Visa Mondio. We got Lorraine, Nick, Byron. My mom's here. Karen, a great job. Carla did a great job. Everybody, Nick's going to count it on down, and here we go.
Bye, buddy, doing one.
Bye, everyone. Have a great Wednesday.